When we were engaged in the profound and devastating conflict of war, when we were truly at war, every single individual present in that challenging environment, every soldier and every person deeply contemplated and thought about their cherished beloved ones, and with equal intensity about their devoted wives. Indeed, everyone there, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, consistently thought about their beloved and about their devoted wife, longing for their presence and safety.
What exactly is the fundamental difference between the special military operation you currently see on screen, read about in the daily news, and the one you are personally in right now?
It's really a completely different world. From the news, you can't really understand what's actually happening here.
At first, I was planning to go through the Ministry of Defense, but my priest, who is, so to speak, my mentor, stopped me in time and advised me to take the preparatory courses with these guys instead. And I went and took all the necessary courses and eventually ended up right here.
So, do you often go to church? Are you an Orthodox Christian?
Yes, I'm an Orthodox Christian. I've even spent some time in a monastery.
Oh, really? How long were you there?
A year. I actually wanted to learn about the Orthodox faith, to find out what it really is. I converted from Protestantism to Orthodoxy just like that. I was even skeptical about Orthodoxy before, and suddenly videos started popping up for me on YouTube and elsewhere. Is it okay to say the word YouTube?
It's fine.
Alright. So all sorts of Orthodox content started showing up, services, priests talking about different topics.
Has anything ever happened where you really felt that God was protecting?
Of course, yes. Like on that very first day, everything was exploding all around us, but nothing touched us. So everything was happening nearby, shrapnel was flying over our heads, but it never hit us. That's it.
When we were at war, everyone was thinking about his beloved and his wife. Everyone was thinking about his beloved and his wife.
What the? Shut up! FPV theme has been fashionable lately, developing in civilian life. Have you encountered this?
Yes, as a civilian, I piloted. It happened.
Did you prepare specifically for this operation, or was it a hobby?
I was getting ready for a business trip.
You are quite a young man. 19? Ah! Did you come here from university?
Yes, I'm on academic leave.
Ah! And what were you studying here?
Engineering specialty.
Tell us about your first mission. Your baptism by fire. How did it go?
It went as usual, like it does for everyone. We completed a new, interesting task. We dropped a FAB inside the dugout through the entrance. That was our squad's first experience like that. Within a radius of about 20 meters, nothing was left there either. We effectively destroyed the dugout. That was actually my first combat mission. There was nothing left of the dugout either. Well, now it looks more like ruins. Yeah, it was very impressive. But I truly wasn't thinking about anything at all. I really wasn't contemplating any particular thoughts or concerns. I was simply and calmly smoking my pipe, filled with some rather bitter Turkish tobacco, and just patiently waiting for a true, decisive bullet to finally arrive and end it all.
Chambers must be loaded and ready.
I was just patiently waiting for a true, decisive bullet to truly ease my profound sorrow and to finally put a definitive end to your enduring enmity.
Good! Fire now.
Greetings. My call sign is Hanzo.
I know.
Yes, that's absolutely right. It would be more accurate to call this operation a sabotage mission rather than an assault. The sabotage operation was carried out successfully. Overall, the situation is stable, difficult, and tense, but we are achieving significant successes and results in this direction. The enemy is also experiencing shortages in personnel and weaponry despite their supply efforts. They are unable to supply the enemy with all types of weaponry, and reconnaissance activities and subsequent information indicate that the enemy is compensating for this shortage of personnel with a large number of drones. And wherever there are gaps in their defenses, they are intensively monitoring those areas from the air.
As someone who has already participated in assault operations, how much does training actually resemble reality?
You know, there's a saying, or rather, people say hard in training, easy in battle. But in reality, battle is always hard and harder than training. It's just that exercises and training give a person the necessary set of skills and motor patterns that they put into practice. That's the benefit of training. But in the heat of battle, something truly unpredictable always happens, and you absolutely have to be ready for anything and everything. When we inevitably go to war, when we truly go to war, I'll bravely fly directly toward the incoming bullets on my magnificent black horse.
Well, you can introduce yourself by your call sign.
Call sign Novik, city of Novorossiysk, Sverdlovsk region.
So tell us, I understand you were a life safety teacher at a school.
Yes, I had that period in my life.
Why did you decide to come here?
Well, first of all, to gain experience in modern warfare. Secondly, to contribute to our common victory. I also had experience in the first Chechen campaign. Of course, a lot has changed in that regard. But in general, kids these days, of course, young people are getting more involved now. There's unmanned aviation, all these drones. So I see myself, when I return to civilian life, continuing to do what I'm doing here. That's unmanned aviation, well, drones. There are young guys in the unit, and honestly, I'm even proud that maybe our efforts as civilians weren't in vain. When I was teaching military patriotic education, well, let's say instilling military patriotic values to my students, actually took part in combat operations. One of them is still serving. Yeah, maybe our work as civilians in the rear isn't in vain after all, because if young guys like that are stepping up, it means that work is needed there too.
When I was wounded seriously for the second time, I had the feeling that the wound wasn't the end. I still needed to see it through, to wait for our victory right here. In the ranks, not somewhere at home, but right here on the front line with my fellow soldiers.
There are a lot of drones in this direction, right? Could you tell us about times when you personally encountered them?
I went to a friend's birthday in the city of Bakhmut on the 10th of April, May 10th, 2024 on the way. As we were approaching the city, the enemy hit our vehicle. Fortunately, everything turned out okay. We were a bit shell-shocked, but everyone was safe, everyone made it. So, one of the guys had a birthday, but now there are three of us who share the same day. We were all born again that day.
What do you feel in those moments? What did you feel when you realized it was a hopeless situation and you were about to be hit?
In a way, it feels like someone up above is watching over us. It feels like we're still needed. We're not done yet. We still have things to do, and there are people waiting for us at home.
With a little talisman, I see you have a bracelet, right? And you have a cheburashka too, right? Tell us, where is it from?
This cheburashka was sent to me by my student. I taught her at school. She sent it. I also have one in my car. At the moment, it's now at the line of contact with the enemy. That's the second cheburashka. This one was actually made by my colleagues, the school staff, and it's been with me almost from the very beginning, since 2023. It's always with me everywhere. I never take it off.
When we were engaged in a state of armed conflict, when we were deeply involved in the hostilities, then we were undeniably at war, a period of intense and widespread conflict. When we were at war, facing the challenges and dangers of combat, when we were at war, when we were in the midst of the fighting, Bear 0.92, reception, this was a critical time for the reception of information and coordination of efforts. In short, we went to work. We're on duty. Come to me through the air. We're catching. We're waiting. Here are our bottle brothers. Thermal images on the forks. Everyone is ready. Damn it.